remember getting on a plane and an older white woman saying, "Oh, your son is a gangster rapper, right? How did you let him marry your daughter?" And it was just shocking to me. And I said, "No, actually, my son is a CEO."
Free Beyonce. She a prisoner.
Now, you had said that you felt that Beyonce was a
Hashtag free
prisoner.
Beyonce.
Because I always heard their relationship.
She didn't think of him as a CEO or even a talented celebrity that, you know, was a great businessman.
Your daddy was a pimp, your mama was a... You claim all royal ratchetness from Houston to Nolles.
Wait a minute, are you saying Tina?
I'm saying it's all in the family.
Shocking new details have leaked, suggesting that Tina may have played a more hands-on role in Beyoncé's early connections with industry giants Jay-Z and Diddy.
Girl, you get really mean back there. I am really happy that I don't have to be back there anymore because I used to do the quick change.
Rumors are swirling that she might have pushed her daughter into situations that were far from innocent. Could it be that the queen of nurturing had motives that weren't what they seemed? Let's dive into the jaw-dropping allegations and what this means for the Knowles legacy. So, you know how Jay-Z and Beyoncé's relationship is always making headlines, right? Like, there's always speculation about whether they're really happy together or not. And now guess what? Jaguar Wright just joined the chat and dropped a bombshell. She's pointing fingers at none other than Bey's mom, Tina Knowles, for all the drama in their marriage.
The relationship was put together. Like, it was a business. So I did hear that.
Him and Matthew Knowles had a deal and then he screwed him.
And it was also reportedly revealed by Solange. The rumors about Solange not being a fan of Jay-Z have been circulating forever, and she keeps giving them more fuel. It's been like this ongoing thing where people say she's not exactly on board with Beyoncé's whole deal with Jay-Z. Like, they just don't click, you know? Everybody's been wondering what her deal is with her billionaire brother-in-law. And now, with these huge allegations dropping about Jay-Z supposedly using substances to manipulate Beyoncé, it's not exactly surprising that Solange sees him as a major issue.
Why did God give me this life? Sometimes it's overwhelming.
It's like a broken record with these two. You know, people always talk about how Jay-Z and Beyoncé are this powerhouse Hollywood couple, but that doesn't automatically mean they've got it all figured out in their relationship. Nope. Far from it. Sure, they've got stacks of cash, a fancy crib, and the respect of everyone in the biz, but behind closed doors, things aren't always as glossy as they seem. These two started out as lovebirds, just a couple of kids making phone calls to each other. But as they rose to the top of the music game, their relationship got put under a microscope. They've dealt with scandals, rumors, betrayals, and even heartbreak with miscarriages. Despite it all, they've managed to keep their empire going strong, raising 3 kids along the way. It's like their own personal soap opera, but on a global scale. Jay-Z got real in an interview when he spilled the beans about Beyoncé, saying, "She's my soulmate, she's the one I love." But he didn't sugarcoat it. He admitted that even though they're head over heels for each other, love ain't always a walk in the park. He talked about how if you don't get love and you're not equipped to handle it, things are gonna get messy, plain and simple. Even with all that lovey-dovey talk, their relationship still rubs some people the wrong way. 50 Cent's been one of the loudest voices in the room when it comes to throwing shade at their romance. Guess not everyone's a fan of the Jay-Z and Beyoncé love train, huh?
She said, "Come on, I'm talking to her." She jumped out, she was like, "Duh, duh, duh." And I'm like, wait, what is she doing?
50 Cent's take on things often centers around the age gap between Beyoncé and Jay-Z back when Destiny's Child first hit the scene. Beyoncé was still a teenager, just starting out her journey, while Jay-Z was already in his 30s, firmly established in the game. There's this clip floating around of a younger Beyoncé gushing over Jay-Z at some awards bash, sparking all sorts of chatter about his influence on her career in the early 2000s. Now, everyone knows Beyoncé and Jay-Z are like music royalty. Their story seems straight out of a fairy tale. They're painted as this power couple, deeply in love, ready to weather any storm. But let's be real, behind that picture-perfect facade, there are definitely some warning signs that can't be ignored. Fans gotta piece together the story from what they catch in interviews, because Beyoncé and Jay-Z don't spill much. Even though they obviously bumped into each other in the music scene, Beyoncé keeps it low-key. She says her and Jay-Z were just buddies for a year and a half before they got together, so fans are left guessing about what really went down between them.
But I always love it sometimes when guys will say, you know, that's my wife.
When their relationship started taking a more serious turn, Beyoncé and Jay-Z tried to keep it low-key. Their first collaboration was on Jay-Z's 2002 track Bonnie and Clyde, sparking speculation about their connection. Despite public curiosity, they insisted they were just friends. In an interview with Oprah Winfrey, Beyoncé explained, "We were friends first. Before we went on any dates, we were on the phone for a year and a half. That foundation is so important in a relationship. Just to have someone that you just like is so important, and someone that is honest." However, as they continued to make public appearances together, attending events, shows, and award ceremonies, it became increasingly clear that their bond went beyond friendship. Surprisingly, both artists continued to deny their romantic involvement, leaving many to wonder why they were so hesitant and reserved about confirming their relationship. In 2003, Beyoncé addressed this, but the reasons behind their reluctance remained a mystery. It makes sense why Beyoncé wants to keep things private, you know? Because all that artist drama can overshadow their actual work. But like some stuff about their approach leaves you scratching your head. Jay-Z and Beyoncé have been through a ton of scandals during their 20 years together, and a lot of it revolves around rumors of Jay-Z cheating. The thing is, even though they're all about privacy, they kind of put their personal stuff out there in their music. It's like, why spill the tea if you're trying to keep things low-key? But you gotta hand it to them. They're smart about it. They know people are dying to know the nitty-gritty details of their relationship, especially their wedding. So even though they usually keep things under wraps, they use their music to control the story about their personal lives.
We were never a celebrity couple. We were a couple who just happened to be celebrities.
Using music to address personal rumors can be seen as a smart move, you know? It's like turning their struggles into art, which can really grab people's attention. But whether you think it's clever or kind of sneaky depends on your point of view. Some folks might admire how open and vulnerable they are in their music, while others might think it's just a tactic to keep everyone talking about them. Beyoncé and Jay-Z seem to be pretty savvy when it comes to making money from all their different projects. It's like they're thinking strategically about their public image and how to keep people interested. But using their marriage as a way to sell stuff can be a bit iffy. It's like, where do you draw the line between personal and business, you know? And the way they deal with cheating rumors might not be what everyone expects. At the end of the day, though, as long as people are buying into it and staying interested, Beyoncé and Jay-Z are probably going to keep on sharing bits of their love life with the world. In 2005, persistent rumors circulated about infidelity in the relationship between Beyoncé and Jay-Z, with speculation suggesting that Jay-Z was involved in an affair with his protege Rihanna. Some reports even claimed that these rumors were fabricated to boost Rihanna's public image. However, these allegations marked the beginning of a series of charges against the rapper. Subsequently, another accusation of infidelity emerged, originating from the alleged victim herself. On her 2006 album B-Day, she released 2 songs addressing the theme of infidelity. Her supporters rallied behind her, expressing empathy and a desire for honesty in the relationship. If these events indeed inspired the songs, it suggests that forgiveness has played a role in Beyoncé and Jay-Z's relationship. In 2008, the couple discreetly tied the knot, and their joy expanded with the arrival of their first child, a daughter named Blue Ivy, in 2012. Jay-Z's profound love for his daughter led him to undertake a significant personal endeavor. He learned how to swim. Reflecting on this commitment, he shared, "I didn't learn how to swim until Blue was born. There goes everything you need to know. This is a metaphor for our relationship. If she ever fell in the water and I couldn't get her, I couldn't even fathom that thought. I got to learn how to swim. That's it. That was the beginning of our relationship." Despite these heartwarming gestures, another year passed and new unfounded rumors emerged. Despite being a seemingly powerful and united couple, their reputation faced challenges. The rumor mill began speculating that Jay-Z, a music mogul, was allegedly cheating on his new protege, Rita. This added another layer of speculation on top of previous instances of suspected infidelity, creating a cloud of uncertainty around the couple's relationship.
Rumors have hit the web that claim Jay-Z is allegedly cheating on his wife Beyoncé with his new artist, Rita Ora.
The whole thing about why Beyoncé keeps forgiving Jay-Z for supposed cheating is still a big mystery. Some folks even wonder if Beyoncé might not be as squeaky clean as she seems in public. There's this Jay-Z song from 2013 called Holy Grail that kind of hinted that maybe he was the one getting played, not Beyoncé. But let's imagine for a sec if it was the other way around. That seems pretty unlikely, especially after what rapper and model Liv spilled in August 2013. Liv claimed Jay-Z was hitting on her and asking for her number, but out of respect for Beyoncé, she didn't give it to him. In an interview, Liv set the record straight, saying she wasn't saying Jay-Z cheated with her, just that she had the chance to mess things up but didn't. Then, on May 7th, 2014, the whole facade of Jay-Z and Beyoncé's perfect marriage cracked wide open. They, along with Solange, got into this heated argument in an elevator on their way to some event. Security footage showed Solange going off on Jay-Z while Beyoncé just stood there, not saying a word. Solange was yelling and even hitting Jay-Z. The elevator thing became this huge deal, with everyone speculating about what was really going on in their marriage. It was like a reality check, showing that even power couples like Jay-Z and Beyoncé have their messy moments, despite what they show the world. It seems like Solange is really stepping up to protect her sister from what she sees as Jay-Z's control. There's talk going around that she's even threatening to spill the beans on him if he doesn't back off from Beyoncé. Solange has never been one to shy away from confronting Jay-Z, and she's not afraid to get in his face about it. There was even this incident where she tried to confront a woman who was chatting with Jay-Z at a party. One of the ladies rumored to be involved with Jay-Z is Olivia McFaller. She's one of the few who's actually come out and talked about Jay-Z hitting on her while he was with Beyoncé. Olivia says nothing happened between them, but some folks don't buy it. They think she might just be trying to avoid getting on Beyoncé's fans' bad side, you know, the Bayhive.
For the most part, Jay hit me on some, I will reach you when I'm in town.
He wanted you to be his girl Friday.
He wanted me to be his girl.
She asserts that she declined to give Jay-Z her number when his bodyguard approached her. But fate brought them together again a few weeks later at Nobu in Miami. On this occasion, she was with a group of friends, and he was also in the company of people, including Solange. Olivia alleges that they discreetly met in a private section of the restaurant to converse and exchange numbers, but their interaction was discovered by Solange. In her original interview with PNC Radio, the former model said, "I could have messed with Jay, but got respect for Bey. We were on the same set of a commercial, see. I was sitting by myself and he sat next to me. I was handling it well and he was shocked to see I was getting up to leave. He sent his guards to me. Excuse me, miss. Do me a favor, put your number on this piece of paper. When Jay gets settled and he'll call you later." I know most chicks would have took the bait, but then those chicks be the ones I hate. I wonder to this day if I'd have gave it up, would it be me on stage throwing it up? Yeah, Solange has always had Beyoncé's back. There's word going around that she's had enough of Jay-Z supposedly pulling the strings and messing with Beyoncé. Apparently, she's warning him that she'll spill the beans if he doesn't back off and let her sister be. And Beyoncé's album Lemonade from 2016 was full of tracks about cheating. It was pretty obvious to everyone that she was calling out Jay-Z in those songs. It was now widely accepted that Jay-Z had cheated on his wife, and Bey and Jay were not the rock-solid, happy couple they had portrayed themselves to be. Jay finally came clean about his infidelity in 2017. He said, "The hardest thing is seeing pain on someone's face that you caused and then have to deal with yourself." He disclosed that he and Bey chose to work on their marriage even through the most difficult moments rather than exploit infidelity as a pretext to get a divorce. The fact that Jay-Z cheated on Beyoncé is a red flag in itself. You can tell that Jay-Z and Beyoncé have been quite strategic in crafting their public persona. Everything they show the world about themselves and their family is carefully chosen to create a particular impression. A tale about a criminal and a princess who fall in love, an imperfect union that has survived the challenges of raising 3 talented and lovely children.
Life is really good.
Yeah.
Very great.
Yeah.
And you?
Well, Jay-Z's wrongdoings are not just limited to his wife. Sources suggest that he does the same thing to every other woman of the industry who is linked with him in any way. Jaguar Wright's perspective on Aaliyah's tragic passing adds another layer of intrigue to the ongoing discourse. According to her, at the time of Aaliyah's untimely death, Beyoncé's solo career was facing challenges, and she needed a breakthrough moment to catapult her to superstardom. Aaliyah's unfortunate demise seemingly provided that much-needed boost, ultimately leading Beyoncé to earn her title as the Queen of Many Hearts. As Aaliyah's memory continues to fade, it raises the question of how long we will allow the same individuals to benefit from recurring tragedies. Some argue that accountability for any potential wrongdoing is long overdue. Even fans are applauding Jaguar for her outspoken stance in defense of their beloved songstress, suggesting that it's time for justice to prevail in the name of Aaliyah. And now let's dive into the Beyoncé and Matthew Knowles story. It's a pretty intense father-daughter duo dynamic. So Beyoncé's been all about owning her image and being super private, especially now when every single move is caught on camera and blown up online. But back in the day, it was her dad who kickstarted everything. He was her biggest supporter and manager from the start. The spark? Way back in 1988, after she crushed it at this Sammy Davis Jr. Dash themed event and picked up an award, Matthew got majorly inspired to guide her career.
I always had the vision and belief that it would be successful. There was a lot of failure in the beginning, and there was a learning curve for myself.
From that moment on, he was all in, signing her up for singing contests and keeping her focused on music. By the time she was just 8 years old, she was already part of a group called Girls' Time. Yep, where Kelly Rowland was too. That group eventually turned into Destiny's Child. Matthew even left his job selling medical equipment to create a music company and manage them full-time. Fast forward to 1996, Girls' Time rebranded as Destiny's Child, and Matthew was on a mission to lock in a record deal. He did, and from then on, he was the guy behind the scenes, managing, mentoring, and even producing for them. And well, the rest is the legendary journey we all know today.
Ladies were taking vocal lessons, choreography, media training, all of us. You know, we had failure.
Matthew Knowles wasn't exactly a gentle manager, that's for sure. According to The Mirror, Latavia Roberson, one of the original members of Destiny's Child, shared how Matthew's tough love approach was no joke. His criticism could be harsh, especially for a group of young girls, but they did their best to push through and not let it break their spirit. Beyoncé launched her solo career in 2003 with Dangerously in Love, and Matthew stayed on as her manager right up until the I Am Sasha Fierce era in 2008. But by then, things started getting dicey. According to The Telegraph, Beyoncé began to have doubts and brought in Reed Smith LLP to audit her dad's finances after Live Nation raised red flags, claiming he was skimming money from her I Am tour. The courts ultimately sided with Live Nation. And here's where things get even messier. When Beyoncé was just a baby, Matthew had already stepped out on her mom, Tina, for the first time. But it didn't stop there. In 2009, while still married to Tina, Matthew fathered a child with actress Alexandra Wright. After a paternity suit confirmed he was the dad, Tina had enough and filed for divorce.
I have always believed in life after divorce, although there was a period of time when I wondered, I had doubt.
Matthew's influence still echoes in Beyoncé's work, most notably in Daddy Lessons from Lemonade, where she sings about the lessons he taught her, lessons on toughness and not trusting men like him. The music video even features footage of Matthew playing with her daughter, Blue Ivy. By March 2011, Beyoncé officially cut professional ties with her dad as her manager, the same year her parents' divorce was finalized. 2 years after the divorce, Matthew Knowles was married to former model Gina Charmaine Avery. Unfortunately, Beyoncé and Solange had previous engagements which made it impossible for them to attend, he explained to Us magazine. Knowles made a bit of a blunder when he spilled the beans about Beyoncé and Jay-Z's twins, Sir and Rumi, being born in 2017. He went all grandpa style and announced it on Instagram, which some folks thought was a bit too casual for such big news. Since 2014, Knowles has been running these courses called Beyoncé Boot Camp, where he teaches folks how to make it big in the music biz. According to a writer for MTV who went to one of these camps, Knowles apparently claimed to have had a chat with the big man upstairs about SoundCloud. And get this, he even gave out certificates to everyone who completed the course. Knowles, who managed Destiny's Child in the early stages of their career, claims he repeatedly turned down offers for the group to work with Kelly during the 90s, when rumors of his alleged behavior first started. Matthew told Metro, "I was there and my former wife Tina was there. The thing with R. Kelly was he liked to record late at night, around midnight. And what was different with his studio was that one room had a recording suite, and next door was a club with 40 or 50 people dancing. I personally rejected the song because I didn't think it was a good song, not just because of his reputation. This was around 1998. We had just begun to hear some of those things. Asked whether the rumors involving Kelly had an impact on his decisions for the group's career after that, he replied, "Certainly, it was both of those things." The girls were 15, 16, he said. When they went to the bathroom, Tina would go with them. They did not leave our eyes. Things seemed to be on the mend with his daughters. But Billboard reported that Bey fired her father in 2019 due to claims he had stolen money from Beyoncé on her most recent tour, which he denied. Beyoncé explained her decision at the time. "I've only parted ways with my father on a business level. He is my father for life, and I love my dad dearly. I am grateful for everything he has taught me. I grew up watching both he and my mother manage and own their own businesses. They were hardworking entrepreneurs, and I will continue to follow in their footsteps." In April of 2019, he told Paper Magazine, when asked what his relationship with Beyoncé is like, "I have a great relationship as a father with not just Beyoncé, but people forget I have this talented, gifted kid named Solange, who is a Grammy winner and has had a #1 album. People tend to think she does not exist." Knowles told GMA that he's been making an effort to take the best care of himself that he can since his diagnosis. "I stopped drinking. I wanted to just have a clean bill of health. Exercise. Meditate," he said. "Things that used to be important are not important to me now. I just look at the world differently." However, have you realized who can be the potential power behind all this? Seemingly, it's Bey's mom, Tina. People have suggested she herself threw her daughter to a trap. That's shocking. Even one person on the internet wrote, "I already know she doesn't play her set when she's in performance mode. Honestly, wouldn't expect less. It's showtime." That's it for today. See you in the next video. Until then, goodbye.